The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Owls offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looking to pass, it's Jenkins. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
So Michigan State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on 1st down. The Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got a man. It's Marsh. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Spartans are rolling down the field. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The Owls will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting... Defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for it all. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Across the 25, he's got room. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll send the back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Collier. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Here's that would put them on top.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Breaks into the open. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is good. Do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he dropped it. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. Oh, it's out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Childs. Finds his target down the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to throw on 1st down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. The Spartans line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Let's go. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Get set. They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Trying to slam it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the air, it's Childs. He slings it deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Catch in the middle, it's Mark. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. The Spartans have their offense in high gear. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. It's a draw. We will give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Scanning the field, it's Childs. Might be looking to run. He'll try to do it himself. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking for space. It's Terrell. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Sweet cut there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Zimmerman. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Dead center perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. They're trailing by just 4 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse it.
Headed to the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Collier. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got a man, it's McCray. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. The short hands, it's Collier. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Touchdown, Michigan State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Fights off a defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Owls moving quickly to the line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to keep running. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. There he goes. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the run. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. With the win today, they're now